it just me, or Shiida doesn't really make sense? I mean, first, she saves Iruma from getting kidnapped in Walter Park. Second, she blows up the same park and nearly kills him. Third, she saves him from getting kidnapped again, but this time from her partner in crime. I mean, make up your mind. You want to kill him or save him? If you're just as confused as me, then you are in luck because I have a theory that will answer all your questions. Let's get into it. The only way Shiida's actions make sense is if she's a double agent. Now, why do I think that, and why does it make so much sense? Well, have you ever wondered why Sullivan decided to send Kalego, Opera, and Balam to accompany Iruma to Walter Park for a seemingly ordinary trip? He didn't send any bodyguards when Iruma went to Kurumu's concert. He didn't send any when Iruma went on a date with Amri to Walter Park. He didn't send any when Az and Iruma went to Magic Street, and various other times. Why is this time any different, and why send 3 powerful demons under your arsenal, 2 rank 8s, and 1 opera? Enough said. It seems like overkill, and yet it happened to be the best decision Sullivan ever made. All the times he didn't send bodyguards, nothing happened. The one time something did happen, he sent 3. Precognition, time bloodline ability, possibly. Or enter Shiida. If Shiida was a double agent for Sullivan who infiltrated the Six Fingers, she would have been able to warn Sullivan about the terror attack and kept an eye on Iruma while she was at it. It is also why she was confident that Iruma wouldn't be killed by the demon beast because she knew Balam and later Opera and Kalego would protect him. Makes sense, right? Now, if you're thinking, if Shiida's a double spy, why does Opera act like she's an enemy? Well, 2 reasons. 1, Sullivan doesn't share all information with Opera. I mean, he didn't even tell Opera the reason why he decided to kidnap a human boy and make him his grandson. And number 2, which is a bigger reason, the efficacy of a double agent goes down the more people you tell. Think of it this way, if Baal does have a spy in Babylus, Opera, who is closest to Sullivan, acting cautiously and like Shiida is an enemy, is the perfect way to ensure her cover. This explains why Baal was so sure that Shiida didn't betray them. The more reasonable explanation would have been that Shiida did switch sides, and yet Baal felt confident that that wasn't the case. For someone as smart as Baal, I don't think that this confidence was based on nothing. It's more likely that the spy confirmed that everybody was cautious of Shiida. It's all starting to make sense, right? However, what will really convince you is the second part of this theory, the why. Why is Shiida a double spy for Sullivan? Well, there are a couple possibilities. 1, she is loyal to Sullivan. We know that Sullivan is well loved in the Netherworld, and he has his own following. We even see how much Bachiko, a fairly uptight and high-ranking demon, fawns over Sullivan. We also know that Sullivan has a penchant for adopting. Aside from Iruma, it's been strongly hinted that Sullivan took Opera in and raised them and trained them. Shiida could also be one of those demons that Sullivan helped, and now she is loyal to him and of course loyal to Iruma. In my opinion, this would also explain why Shiida's fighting style is very similar to that of Opera. It's possible that Sullivan trained them both. Maybe they both had a weak or unsuitable bloodline magic, so Sullivan taught them how to use physical attacks instead. It's even possible that this is Sullivan's thing. He takes in demons that can't survive alone because they have weak or unsuitable bloodlines and teaches them a way to fight without having to rely on their mana. For me, this makes a lot of sense from how we understand Sullivan. He is quite cunning but also kind, and he believes a lot in the power of education. After all, his trickster plan is much the same in the way that he values potential, growth, and education above power and prestige. It also makes sense story-wise, as it draws a parallel between Sullivan and Baal. What do I mean by this? Well, think about Kiryu. Kiryu's life was full of abuse and torment because of his weak mana. This traumatized him to the point that he not only started to enjoy being on the other side of that inflicting pain, but also enjoyed having pain inflicted on him. Which, while I'm no psychologist, seems to make sense given his helplessness in a world that valued strength above all else. Now, Kiryu, as a child, went to Baal and Baal further corrupted him. He validated Kiryu's feelings as normal and healthy. He gave it a name, returning to the origins, and he gave Kiryu a purpose and power to feel good, to be the one to inflict pain on others. Now, it has never really made sense to me since Baal's plan of anarchy, where the strong rule, would not be beneficial to Kiryu. After all, without Baal, Kiryu is weak and in a dog-eat-dog world, he will be eaten. To me, this shows that Baal was always manipulating and using Kiryu, raising him in this corrupted way, and then throwing him away once his plan succeeds. Think instead though if Kiryu went to Sullivan. Sullivan would have shown him love and taught him that he can be strong even without mana. He would have trained and nourished Kiryu, and maybe Kiryu could have been on this side, fighting for a more just and fun netherworld. But alas, that didn't happen. So back to Shiida. Now it's possible that Shiida is a double agent for these reasons, because she is loyal to Sullivan himself. However, there is another possibility, which is Shiida is loyal to Sullivan and delkira. Many people have pointed out that Welcome to Demon School takes a lot of inspiration from Harry Potter, with Horcruxes and magic and the Chosen One, so perhaps this is another similarity. So, what am I talking about? I'm talking about Snape. Shiida could be like Snape, in which she is related to delkira instead of just Sullivan, and is loyal to his vision. We know that delkira had a plan for the netherworld, that he is looking for the least demon-like demon. It's possible that Shiida knows this and knows that this person is Iruma. She could even be one of the litmus tests like the ranking owl or the seed of beginning. It's also possible that the plan about education and making a more equal netherworld wasn't Sullivan's plan to begin with, but delkira's all along that Sullivan has been carrying out. This would explain a bit of Sullivan's reasoning for everything he's been doing, including adopting Iruma. If this is the case, it's possible that Shiida is following Sullivan's orders to get Iruma to become the Demon King and change the netherworld for the better. It could even tie with another popular theory that Iruma looks a lot like Shiida's dead brother or friend or something. It would fix the issues of Shiida having committed acts of terror, then suddenly just changing for someone just because they're a reminder of someone from her past. Instead, in this mix, Shiida was already good to begin with, but her reasoning becomes even deeper to protect Iruma because of that personal connection. Much in the same way that Poro became more invested in Iruma after noticing that they are similar. It wouldn't be the only reason, but it would add to the reason. Now, I really like this theory because not only does it tie in together a lot of plot points, as well as make the story more meaningful, but also that Shiida might serve as a vessel for us to find out more about Sullivan, delkira, their plans, and how Iruma fits into all of this. If you like this theory and want to see more, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification bell to be notified of new videos. So if you want to see, I have a delkira video here, more about delkira, and I also have a trader video here talking about possible traders of Baal or possible suspicious demons. So that's it. Thank you and bye.